Zach Connor here on our fantasy mailbag. Should I start Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray? I'll tell you what, Kyler right now is the number one scoring fantasy, I believe, player, or at least quarterback. But I'm going to go Russell Wilson. He is my number one quarterback this week, going up against the Dallas Cowboys, who just gave up 39 points to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I like that matchup for Russ. If you have players in that Cowboys-Seahawks game, play them because there's going to be a lot of points.
Let's go to Daniel. Should I start Cam Newton or Josh Allen? Well, even though Cam Newton is one of my starts this week because the Raiders defense, yes, they played okay, I'll say, against Drew Brees. I believe they're going to struggle a little bit here with Cam Newton, and he is one of my starts. But as I say that, I am going to go with Josh Allen.
That's a tough one. Allen's just been so good. Obviously, the first two games haven't been super tough for him. I don't think you can go wrong here. Like, if you play Cam, I think that's fine. If you play Allen, I think that's fine. That's kind of the challenge, though, when you have two, similar tiered quarterbacks. I hate when I put myself in that situation because I'm like, who the hell do I play this week? I would actually play Josh Allen, but I think Cam is a fine play if you have him.
Phoenix Gamer 34, which Browns running back is better fantasy asset, Chubb or Hunt? It's Chubb, and I don't think it's close.
In PPR, it's closer, but it's still Chubb.
It's Chubb.
Kareem Hunt got me 24 points in my PPR league this past week. They're both good plays. If
honestly,
you're in PPR,
I would sell high on Kareem Hunt right now.
That might be a fair point.
Look for the Saquon Barkley owner. Look for the Christian McCaffrey owner because maybe you're looking for a running back because I don't anticipate Kareem Hunt, and I don't anticipate this Browns offense putting up 35 every week.
Fair enough.
So if you could, Kareem Hunt's actually one of my guys that I would try to sell.
But they're both good.
Yes. All right, Carrie, should I start Aaron Jones or Derrick Henry? I don't know why you got to pick between them. But right now,
they're both must-starts.
Yeah.
I don't know what league you're in if you're picking between Aaron Jones and Derrick Henry.
I mean, Derrick Henry goes up against the Minnesota Vikings, who have not looked good whatsoever. Aaron Jones plays the Saints. Now, that Saints defense did really hold Josh Jacobs, only 27 carries for 93 yards. Man, I'll tell you what, though, it is really, really hard to bench either of these guys. But how about this? I'll say Aaron Jones in PPR. Yeah. I'm going to go Derrick Henry, though, in a standard league. David O'Connor, what's up, my man? Jonathan Taylor or Edwards-Helaire? I go Jonathan Taylor in this one.
Who are the Colts playing again? Oh, they're playing the Jets. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. I think more weeks than not, especially PPR, it's going to be Edwards-Helaire. But they actually haven't gotten him super involved yet in the passing game, which is surprising. Give me JT against the Jets. He might get a lot of carries in the second half.
If you have any more questions about the running back position, here are just some of my simple running back start sits, which actually last week, Harrison, we did great. If you guys play on FanDuel, I don't know, anything out there, I'll tell you what, the play of the week might be Austin Eckler up against Carolina, who's just been getting absolutely shredded on the ground.
I like the Jerick McKinnon addition here.
Also, Joshua Kelly, if you're looking for a deeper play there. You got Darrell Henderson, had a great game, but I'm sitting him against Buffalo. That's a tough one. Mike Davis, there's going to be a lot of people going out and getting him since Christian McCaffrey's banged up. Don't play him this week. James Conner, I'm starting him against Houston. Houston right now is ranked 29th in the NFL against fantasy running backs, if you will. And yeah, Jerick McKinnon, Giants, get him in there. Winter, what's up? Should I start Ruggs or CeeDee Lamb?
The answer's going to be Lamb 99 times out of 100. And I don't even know what the one time is until we see more evidence, right?
It's going to be a higher scoring game, right? Yeah. I mean, Ruggs is going up against one of the better defenses in the National Football League, and CeeDee Lamb, I anticipate both teams scoring over 30 points actually in that game.
Again, if you have players in that Seahawks-Cowboys game,
play them.
Yeah, you need to play them because they're going to score a bunch of points.
Phoenix Boots, should I bench Scary Terry versus the Browns? Terry McLaurin is a fun option. Now, if you'd ask producer Dylan, he probably would because he just traded away Scary Terry.
The Bengals just torched the Browns.
That's my point here.
I think McLaurin's entered that range of he's almost a must-play every week at this point.
I mean, if you're in a PPR league, I can't imagine that there's 20 receivers better right now than Scary Terry. No. So for me, I'm going to play him. Hopefully that's a high-scoring game, but Scary Terry, yeah, he's going to be started here in my leagues as well. So make sure that you guys are using #fantasy or Super Chat to get on the show.
I know you put some guys together here at the wide receiver position here. We'll take a look at these start sits here. Julian Edelman, Mitch, had a monster game last week against the Seattle Seahawks. You like Marquise Brown this week as well.
Well, you got to love Julian Edelman, so he's been targeted very, very heavily. Plus, the Raiders have not been good whatsoever against slot receivers. Stephon Diggs is coming off a huge, huge game, 153 yards. The Chargers, though, that defense looks pretty stout. Kenny Golladay, if he does come back, I would sit him against Patrick Peterson. T.Y. Hilton, get him in your lineups going up against the Jets. I anticipate a big-time touchdown catch there. And I am also anticipating a high-scoring game in the Ravens. So if you got Marquise Hollywood Brown, go ahead, put him in your starting offense. Let us know in the comments section which wide receiver will score the most fantasy points in Week 3. So out of all the wide receivers, who do you think is going to score the most fantasy points in Week 3? I know my answer. Do you need me to?
I'm thinking in that Cowboys-Seahawks game, which of those receivers do I like the best? I kind of like Metcalf. I'm not going to lie.
I was going to go Lockett.
I kind of like Metcalf against those slower, smaller Cowboys quarters. It'll be someone from that game. How about that?
Okay. Or I wouldn't surprise me if Tyreek Hill finally goes off for one big game in that Ravens and it's an absolute shootout. But for me, I'm going to put my money on Tyler Lockett. Football talk. Should I drop Le'Veon Bell? The only reason why I'll say no to this is because if I saw Le'Veon Bell on my waiver wire, I would pick him up. Now, he's not going to play this week. He's not going to play next week. They put him on the IR. But that offense has been absolutely horrid. But I still am a believer that when he is on the field, he's at least a top 30 running back.
Unless you're in a 6 or 8 man league.
Correct. That's true.
I don't think you drop Lev Bell. IR stash him. Look, he's probably not going to be a great play this year. The Jets stink. But who are you going to go sign that's just going to be a much better play? Probably no one. I think you stash him. Maybe he gives you something later in the season.
I love your picture, by the way. It's super clever. Eben36, should I start Evan Engram or Mark Andrews? I'm leaning toward Andrews, but Sterling Shepard is injured, which means more targets for Engram.
It's Andrews. Don't overthink it. Mark Andrews is a must-play at tight end unless you have Kelsey,
and
Kittle.
I mean, which offense is going to have more chances to score? It's the Ravens, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Start Mark Andrews. Don't play
Don't
Evan
think
Engram.
about it.
So if you're looking for some tight end start sits, I actually do have Jared Cook as one of my starts. I anticipate him putting up some solid numbers without Michael Thomas. Hayden Hurst had a solid game last week, but I don't anticipate that happening for this week against Chicago. Jordan Reed, I don't know if Kittle's going to be able to play. If he doesn't, get Jordan Reed in all your lineups. He had 2 touchdowns last week. Austin Hooper is just not really in the mix right now for that offense. And Noah Fant, you got to start him for Denver against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because there's just nobody else to throw to him, and Jeff Driscoll really favored Fant. If you guys want more fantasy football videos, and man, I hope you do. We got 2,400 people watching this live right now, and I know not everyone is subscribed. So if you want more fantasy football videos, you got to go ahead and hit that sub button. Do we have an update on where our goal is for the live show?
Yeah,
if you could get that for us.
Let's get that going
While
here.
Harrison is looking for that, we set a goal during our live show. And remember, we go live every single Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time,
We hit it.
3 p.m. Pacific. We hit it?
Over 40, I think 50 subs.
We did it!
On today's show.
You hear Tom in the background.
Let's
did
get
it!
to 100 subs on today's show.
We're going to continue to do fantasy mailbags, though, so every single Wednesday. But you got to hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it. Phoenix Boots, Antonio Gibson or Miles Sanders. This is another prime time where
Gibson hasn't done much.
I'm not going to overthink it. Did Miles Sanders look good? Have the Eagles look good? No, but he is
Sanders.
the featured running back there. I'm going to go with Miles Sanders. King Tut, Saints or Bears defense?
This seems obvious. I'm not sure it is.
Is it, though?
I'm not sure it is.
So you got Saints against the Packers.
At home.
Bears,
on
Falcons.
the road. I'd still probably go Bears, but this is a week to maybe see what's on the waiver wire. If you have a good, is the Colts defense available? They're playing the Jets.
So for me, when it comes to toss-ups, and yes, I understand there's not that home field advantage, I normally go with the home team here because both playing against very good offenses. So for me, maybe in a bounce-back week, go with the Saints because I just don't have any confidence.
I guess I would just say, though, that Atlanta's more turnover-prone than Green Bay is. Rodgers does not throw a lot of picks, so maybe you run into a pick six. Matt Ryan's been known to do that at times.
Fair.
It's a tough call, though. You could go either way.
Next question here. Make sure you guys use hashtag fantasy or super chat. Hopefully y'all are out there staying safe. safe to say that we do a pretty good show here at Chat Sports. But go to chatsports.com/staysafe if you want to get a 3-pack of face masks. If you're looking for the masks that exactly the players are wearing, you can also get it at the link that you see below. The most bang for your buck, though, Harrison, is no doubt this pack of 4.
Yeah, 4 packs, $29.99. All 32 NFL teams, solo packs, all the way up to 4 packs are available. Like Mitch said, the 4-pack is the best bang for your buck, especially if you're a family. You can hook everybody up. Chatsports.com/staysafe. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Go check that out and get yourself a face covering and represent your team.
Rohit, what up, my man? Should I trade Julio and Jacobs for Michael Thomas, and I'm guessing Jonathan Taylor? I already got AK, Galladay, and Evans. I'm going to say no.
Julio and Jacobs for Michael Thomas and Jonathan Taylor. Julio's close enough to Michael Thomas, and Thomas is hurt, by the way. Jacobs is a big upgrade from Jonathan Taylor. I'm sticking with Julio and Jacobs.
Yeah, I'm going to say no to that trade. Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers?
I think it's Allen.
Rodgers has been good, but I'm in agreement. You go with Josh Allen. His ability to run the football, the upside there with his legs is a big-time reason why, yes, I'm going to go with Josh Allen, and you continue to go with Josh Allen. The only way you don't play Allen is if you have, like, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, maybe Dak Prescott, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, but, like, not too many times do you have all these quarterbacks on your team. So if you guys could, please go ahead and subscribe to Chat Sports because I don't think you will. So go ahead and subscribe to Chat Sports. I'm not confident that you guys are going to do it. I don't know about you, but growing up, when I was a kid, if somebody told me, hey, bet you won't, that made me want to do it. Now, we are getting ready to send this video to Loop, so if Harrison and I missed your questions, you can hit him up on Twitter at Harrison Graham NFL or HGraham NFL, or you can slide into my DMs on Instagram. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365.